Hey, good morning, 8th grade. I hope you're doing well this fine morning. I'm ready to start a new art project with you. I was super impressed with a lot of our sneakers and what we're doing with them. I think that you really grasped shading and value. So we're going to start our next project. So this project is going to be using this long strip of paper. The first thing that we need to do for this long strip of paper is fold it because we're actually going to make a booklet. And so the way that we're going to fold it is we're going to take the paper, fold it in half, so just edge to edge. And so the next part of this fold is we're actually going to fold it in half again. And so I'm using my nail to really increase that fold, and then we're going to do it one more time. So we should have a total of 8 small squares. So when you open it up, you should have 8 small squares, right? And so they're all kind of folded in different ways, but the way we want to fold it is so that every other one is kind of folded inward or outward like an accordion. So I'm going to start from this side. I want to fold it, so from here, I'm just going to fold it back, straighten my fold. And instead of folding it inward, I want to fold this paper up. And then I'm going to fold this paper down, and then back up, down, up, and then this paper should be folded back. So it's kind of like an accordion. So now when I open it up, right, I have 4 like mountain peaks because this is what my paper should look like a zigzag instead of what it looked like before. So now I'm ready to start my drawing. And so the first thing that you need to do is choose an insect. So that's going to be the subject matter for our booklet. We're going to be creating a booklet of one insect in 8 different ways. And so it's going to be very interesting. We're going to involve a little bit of art movements, but for our first part, our project part A, we're going to be working with perspective. So since we just did observational drawing using pencil and just value, we're going to do the same thing, but the only places we're going to put our insect is every other section. So we're going to draw an insect here, then skip, draw an insect here, skip, draw an insect here, skip, draw an insect here. So we should have 4 different sections filled with insects, and then the other 4 are blank. So it should be every other one with our drawings. So what I need you to do is pick an insect, look at a photograph of your insect, and I want you to use that as a reference piece. So I started drawing my insect already on my other piece, and so I know it's a little bit far away. So I'm doing a honeybee, so that's going to be off limits for anybody who wants to do a honeybee. You're going to have to pick a new bug. You can pick ladybugs or praying mantis, anything kind of cool. There's a lot of interesting beetles that have different kinds of patterning that look really awesome. So I will post a Google question for you to write what insect you're using and to show me a reference photo, just like for our shoe. So I drew a an aerial view of it. It's like we're looking from above, just like you guys are looking at my table from above. So aerial is going to be our first square. Now the next square that I'm starting to draw, which I know it's very faint, it's kind of difficult to see. Let me see if I can focus it in. It's so faint that you probably can't see it, but I've started drawing the profile, so what it would look like from the side. And then on this square, I will draw a frontal view, so if I was staring straight at the bug. And then on this one, I'll pick whichever kind of viewpoint I want to include here. So if I really liked the aerial view, I can do another aerial. If I liked the profile, I can do another profile. So this square is up to you for what you want to draw. And I will include this in the directions so that if you don't remember based off the video, that's okay. You'll have written instructions for it. So I'm just going to continue drawing from the profile, and you can see I use some basic shapes. I know it's super hard to see, but they're just circles, so I'm just kind of mapping it out with my pencil so that I can start to build on my sketch. So it's more about, like I said before in our shoes, about the contour lines, about how can you block out your bug in order to give it more detail and bring it more to life. And so I'm looking for different kinds of values and tones, just like I did in the first drawing that we did of our shoe, but this time with the insect. So you can see the different kinds of transitions and gradation that show where I have a dark value, a light value, a medium tone, and even how I use white to my advantage. So I'm going to continue drawing from my profile. So I'm going to skip over this section, move on to this section. And I'm going to start with a different viewpoint of the bee. So I'm going to do my front viewpoint now, since I have my aerial, which is from a sky view, my profile, which is from the side, and now I'm going to put my frontal view, which is if I was facing the bee from, like we were looking eye to eye. And so for my last drawing, since remember I did aerial, profile, front view, I think I'm going to do another aerial because I like the way that this one turned out. So I'm going to do another one, but I think I'm going to flip it upside down so that its head is down here instead of up here. And so there you have it. So I have, let me zoom out. So I roughly tried to make them around the same size. I know this one ended up a little bit bigger than this one, but that's okay. So I have a aerial view, side profile view, right, a frontal view, and then the fourth one I could pick whichever one I wanted. So it's every other piece, every other square that I have a bee drawing. And so your job is to pick an insect. I want the 4 different perspectives, right? So 3 of these need to be included, and then the last one is your choice. Use a reference, please, for all of your insect drawings. Make sure to add value and tone and shading. And I can't wait to see what these look like. So remember how to fold. If you don't have this piece of paper, please email me, but everyone who picked up on Monday should have it. Can't wait to see you soon, hopefully, and if not, we'll just keep creating art on the web. So our blank spaces will be filled next week, but we'll do it in segments of 2. Okay, so thank you so much, 8th grade. Have a great rest of your week, and can't wait to see your finished products.